Oh, you. It's been a while. It's been a while. I know. But Ace Attorney never really goes away. Never does. We're on chapter 5 now. Chapter 5. The final chapter for this game. And I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. I just know there's gonna be some bullshit. The Hound of the Baskervilles. The adventure of the unspeakable story.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us.
Wolf, wolf.
A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen.
Bark, bark.
Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl so terrifying.
Oh yeah, we got a new crib now.
I began to
We're
tremble
living
with
with
fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical Hound of the Baskervilles.
Alright, that's clearly a story. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the first day we arrived in the country, and the Sophieski Sans terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we'd emerged victorious. However, wait, did I not? Is it what's the category? What's the stream category? Is it not Ace Attorney? There then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. It was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. 15th February, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Hold on, I am somewhat sick. My nose is going to be a little runny. I had a terrible headache yesterday. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. After he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. What you staring at, girl? Sue? Yes! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? very anxious and ready for something. Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So shall we go down to Mr. Shung's suite? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Why are you so ready to go to court? What's going on? Clear out some notifications. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. Why you want to go to court so badly? What's going on? Let's look at our crib. That spade has been here since we started renting the place. Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a shovel. Are we about to do the step ladder thing? No. Shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose materials. The spade. No. Spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose materials. It's a shovel. We're doing it. We're doing it. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. That's an old Ace Attorney reference. Step ladders and ladders. So this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. She's so bitter. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know? I don't like to see you screw up your face, so... It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san? Thanks, Sue. But I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes from me from time to time, Iris's unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover. Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? I'm not a real... I mean, I like tea, but I'm not a real enjoyer of tea, you know? I do like it, though. Ah, the Roomba doll I brought with me from home. Still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first case here in Britain, but, Well, you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact. And you still haven't done it, you're lazy. Because I feel as though I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what, why don't you color the other eye once you think I'm a proper, fully fledged lawyer? If you insist. That checks out. We've only been here in London for about 2 months. My desk is starting to look a little messy already. You could tidy up once in a while. Sue, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. Yeah, what's up, Pat? No, there's no sacrifices. You can still be clean, Ryu. And time spent tidying up is time you can devote. It's time you can't devote to the same cause. That's an excuse. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. Exactly. How we feeling today, gang? I'm alright, man. Just a little sick. A little sick. I felt terrible yesterday, though. I'm a little better today. She wins. I'm supposed to be a lawyer here. You gonna always lose to the simple logic of just being clean. You'll always lose that battle. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The ponds we put in there are doing rather well. And the anemones, too. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea, behind glass, inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness. Having to clean that out and change the water isn't so great, though, is it? Hey, that's what comes with having fish. You know, I never seen inside your room there, Sue. Never even peeped inside. I should think so too. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know? Whatever you say, young maiden. If there's no reason to go in, I ain't going in. Now, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah! No! You mustn't look at that! Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. I'm sorry, Naruto-san, but you can be very mischievous at times. Then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. Put it in your room. I think I looked at everything. Let's talk to Sue. Wait, actually. Sue, check this out. It means a great deal to me, you know? That you cherish this armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It just shows I'm a lawyer. And, whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength. Through cause. I absolutely can't be without it. Especially when I'm at a critical point in the trial. But, just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park. Sometimes I forget to take it off. Nah, I understand, bro. You're a show off just like Phoenix. The telegram. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh! A telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. We just looked at it on the table. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Okay. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. You're making it very obvious it wasn't. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. This is having a... It's gotta have an effect on you somehow. Soseki-san. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him. Remember? Complaining of seasickness? By and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruto-san? I was just wondering, what might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London then? That's all. You mean, as regards Lord of Antiques, the Reaper? Yeah, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled him to insignificance in that case. The Reaper. What is it they say? That no one who stands in a dock can be safe from the Reaper, right? I really hope this curse does not pass onto the Soseki and his ship sinks or something like that. That no one who stands in the docks can be saved from the Reaper, right? like the way that nightmare's trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yeah, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it will mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zieks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Huh. Oh? Yes, since Soseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial services again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in this recent spate of trials then. He's got a favorite, I guess. Ugh, just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. You're being very secretive today. Let's get some tea and breakfast. When you're ready, let's go downstairs for breakfast. The home and office of the world-famous great detective and his young companion, Iris. It seems people from all over the globe come to engage in his consulting detective services. "15th February. Sholmes' suite. Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. Good morning, Iris. Who's playing? If that's Sholmes playing, bro, keep practicing. Iris? What is it, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that too, did you? Look at the clown. Hurley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. Oh, this is a different form of him. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. A good morning to die, perhaps. Grim. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. Keep it in the room. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. He's depressed. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me. It's not too much trouble. You want some dry toast? I get being depressed, but dry toast, ill, bro. Oh, hi. Kitty cat. Look, it's Wakahai. Me. Put myself down here. Good morning, boy. Meow. That may be some sign. It's what a tiny door for cats to use. How did it get there? I'm pretty sure one of them put it in. Iris or Sholmes. Well then, everyone. Time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. Ugh. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. We haven't been in this room long enough to know what is missing. I can't tell. Yo, Sholmes, check this out. Mrs. Sholmes, could I ask you for your opinion about this? You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of some mental exaltation. Yet, in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems. Oh. My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony of the floor than your miserable offing. Always glad to help, bro. Oh, my head weighs heavy on my shoulders. You did not have to shit talk my armband. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. Is that enormous machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in a great detective's mind, Mr. Naruto. I don't want to understand. Why, next time we're invited, we might find he's vacated the entire suite. That's scarily plausible, actually. That was a new expression, too. There's all sorts of these on... There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? Why aren't you getting on him for his mess? It just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruto, must learn to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism there then. Yeah, plain favorites. Your bias is showing. Hey, Sugars. What's up with this horn shoe? The fire is burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting. Very specific. Who's the woman? Is that supposed to mean something to me? I got an achievement for that? The woman? Guys, it's the woman. The very famous Ace Attorney character. These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past case, I think. Got a long shoe, a gavel, pocketbook, looks like a candle, some glasses, and chess pieces. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from La Carnival would be on display here. A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Ah, what an entrancing collection. Looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me. Rather like what's on my shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo. No favoritism there at all. Nope. I don't see it. Okay, and this is Iris's side. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see. What does it say today? Ah, the Buscombe Valley Mystery. Ooh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my! I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. She looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you could imagine. That's girls, basically. With their true crime dramas. That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so that I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well. Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills you boast, Miss Susato. As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my stone skills are worthy of inclusion in that list. Well, they're useful for throwing me. Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. Up with one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain. The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea. You know, I agree with that. Tea is a welcoming, very welcoming drink. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. There's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start. That reminds me. When I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Yes, Mr. Natsume. That's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said, through tightly clenched fists and teeth. Was he jealous? Looks like that huge metal chest is being used at a table with tea and coffee. Practicality. It seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep my eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion? Yeah. What's good, bro?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just a little sick. But I'm alright.
Tonight?
Yeah. I had a bad headache yesterday. And I got some chills.
Eesh.
Yeah, what you up
That's
to,
the worst
bro?
part, bro. Right now, bro, being lazy. Before work. I got work tomorrow. Well, today.
Damn.
But I got work. I got work at 4.
Oh, you got a couple hours then.
Yeah, I got an hour and a half. Doing laundry. Gonna clean, so I was like, well, I might as well just join your VC or you clean. Well, I clean.
Oh, good, buddy. I need stream Ace Attorney to you.
You can't watch it, but my phone's away from me.
You still get the visual when you look over.
Uh, I think me and my girl are also on our last days, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
It's all good. Yeah. It's been a while. It's like we just haven't been talking a lot. Not really worried. Not really worried, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna stop it.
All good. It is what it is.
I can't stop it. So
It's Natsume's cat seems to have settled in to his new home now. Oh yes,
yo,
and I've become very attached to little Waggy. It appears previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their views as empty as the hearts of the muses. Look at the little chubby cat. Well, not really chubby, but he's long. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept them in the first place. I expect he would have taken them if he could. Pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Aww. Yeah, he really is. Oh, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing on the main door before. Where'd that come from? Oh, you noticed! You are observant, Runo. Look, I used this. It's my latest invention. What? What is that? I call it the Cat Flabomat. Huh? The Cat Flabomat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Oh, wouldn't it have been quicker to just make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. I think it's cool. But there could have been a better use for it. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions. This girl. Alright, Sholmes. Why are you so depressed, man? Wanting to die. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melissonant tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the nights, I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry, I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man. The next day, unmercifully withdraw it. You're calling yourself a genius? No, you're a clown. Oh dear. Ah! Why is this happening to me? They take the turn I have for the violin from me. What is left, for pity's sake? What is left? I guess your creativity? I don't know. Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? The missing machine. Mrs. Shams, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today. Ah, well done, Miss Susato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Shams, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? I mean, I didn't notice because we haven't been in this room long enough. You mean Hurley's create a analytoscope? That's at Windy Banks now. So, is that Windy Bank? No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery. Pawn? What? You selling it off? You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, see? Quite undeservingly. Are you going broke? But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. No. Keep that money, because we're broke too. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? Doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh. What's to understand exactly? It's the same as just a pawn shop, right? How pawnbroking works. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and strappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they're able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. Huh. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. And then the cycle continues. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn. Should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Wendy Banks, you see? A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Waggy, what's going on? Oh, what was that? My guy? Is he good? Sounded like he was getting stabbed. What was that? Oh no! Wakahai's tangled up in your violin! I think he thinks it's a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear. Mr. Shum's precious violin. Why should I care? You were trash at it anyway. Good riddance. What? I shouldn't be surprised if the cat is a more accomplished musician than I know. Mr. Shums really isn't in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. So this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius. One of the finest violins in the world. Made by the renowned Italian luthier, Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. Doesn't really look that special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I had made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blank existence? No. There is none. I will say, I can't live without music at all. I gotta have some sort of music in my life, day by day. Mrs. Sholmes? What, dear madam? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Is it a cello? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right. Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Oh, that's what it was. I haven't been in a band in years, since middle school. I forgot what the other one was called, viola. It goes deeper than a violin, but you still hold it up to your shoulder. What? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of string flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then. Ah, I see what must have happened. It got snatched. He pawned it off. By accident, maybe. You do, Iris? Huh? This is just a simple mix-up. Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. It's very easy to confuse the two. But the viola's bigger. What do you mean by a mix-up, Iris?
Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Winterbanks until last week. At the pawnbrokers?
Not Mr. Shum's beloved music partner. There is a proverb from the East, which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. So you gave away your violin. So your depression is based off your stupidity.
Yes, indeed.
So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hopes that it would experience personal growth?
Oh, what a wonderful
You're too much of a glazer, Sue. You're too much of a glazer. Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Winterbank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. You see what I did there? No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it was just has strings. A fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruto, huzzah! Never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. He don't know what he be saying. Come, Mr. Naruto. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Brushing your coffee so obtusely. Huzzah! Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced?
You must visit Mr. Winterbank's broker at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Lachaumes?
Precisely, Miss Susato. Without a moment's delay. So we're correcting your mistake. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fresh your eggs ever more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go then. Let's handle your business.
Don't worry, Runo. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what British pawnbrokers look like. Alright, Sholmes, let's handle your mess. A new occasion has been added. Baker Street and...
What a bustling place. Oh, London is such a fantastic city.
A bustling street, London Street, on which can be found Mr. Sholmes' office and Winterbank's pawnbrokery. There's a large park nearby, too. Okay, what's going on here? Store for rent. Jewelers, pawnbrokers. Look at all the different things in the window of this shop.
Ah, that's Winterbank's, the pawnbrokery.
Looks much smarter than a pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable personally.
It reminds me of a tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruto.
Okay, and this is our place. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. Oh, we got a window view? Still can't believe it. Never expected things would turn out like this.
Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodations with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I'd be happy to defend you, of course.
Don't say that!
You put it into the air. You put it into the air. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna have to defend Sue. It's the Maya curse. It's the Maya curse. You did it to yourself. Oh no. Oh no. All assistants have to be defended in one case or another. Oh no. It's gonna happen. 15th February, Wendy Banks Pawnbrokery. Oh, it is a nice little shop. You got the Thinker? I see him. So this is a British pawnbrokery. So many clocks.
Oh my! There are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before.
Ah, Susato-san. That spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this.
Oh yes. I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me.
Experiencing the unknown is fantastic. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We are calling on matters of business, perhaps. Not pleasure. Don't swing at Sue, though. Clearly, Mr. Sholmes means business, too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yeah, we are potentially customers, after all. We are disgruntled customers, Nasara. And it's time to inform Mr. Wendybank of our ire. You are the disgruntled customer. I'm just the customer. Don't put us together. Come! The fight is afoot. Hello, sir. I'm sorry for our clown's misgivings. I've investigated thoroughly, but can't find anything out of place. What? No, you didn't investigate at all. What are you talking about? What are you doing, my dear fellows? We are not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson. Come on.
Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items.
It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Wendybank first before we can explore here with Sue. Alright. Hey, sir, look at this. Mr. Wendybank? About this. Let me see. I'll give you tuppence for it. No, I don't want to pawn it. Okay. The violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Wendybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Oh! His little run. Oh! Whoa! Chill. You don't gotta do that. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. I'll take it for my life. You do not have to do that. You made a mistake, sure, but you don't gotta take your life. Chill. I don't think that would be necessary, do you? You don't need a body on our hands. The way he ran over there, too. If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe.
Sorry.
As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is.
You did? So it was you clown. You messed up.
And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir.
So it was your fault.
However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So, I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Phew. It would appear the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Saying 3 words of value in that order will not help you here. Trying to sound smarter than you actually are. Well, you wouldn't be Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. You're rather stupid. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought to my door in the past. Oh? Peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of a eponymous work. The novels of Herlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my! A new, full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? Ah, forgive me! Wait. Before you die, you must tell me more. Can you put the gun down, Bo? Tell the story. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Sue is really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir? A farthing more. It houses something of great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? Oh, you wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do. For I am confident they will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings. Securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you on my life. This is all very strange. Can you please put the gun down? And get your hand off the trigger. Because you could just accidentally pop that, John. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suits, I suppose I could offer you 6pence for it. Without wishing to offend, I want it somewhat, dull. Sorry? You want to sell my clothes? Aha! Well, for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, The design, exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas you say? How interesting.
Don't prop her up like that. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London.
Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you described. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If, in that time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned.
What happens if they don't pay you the money?
Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed? And conveniently, we stayed in this country for 2 months, so something is related to this.
That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all.
The very idea, Mr. Windibank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Like you... Shut up! You were just depressed earlier. Says the man who was telling us it was a good day to die only this morning. And let's not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. What sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Windibank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windibank? What was that deep sigh about? Is this some clown shit? It has to be. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. They're just 2 below the ceiling.
I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device.
Where are y'all seeing that? I don't see that. Am I blind? Very astute. I see the bell. Well, looks like a trumpet tied up to some rope. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. This is very important.
Here, I have an example I can show you.
Oh, it's above the... Okay, it's above the drawer. The desk. Ah, yes. A print from the camera set to record the activity at the counters. The shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a clear, crystal clear image even in darkness. In color. Really? That's extraordinary.
Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look.
So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity will be summarily exposed.
But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Indeed, as you say, my dear madam.
Then what if the incident were to occur in between times?
One could say that would be a cruel test of fate. Trash security.
I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Winterbank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word.
It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but 2 crammers in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older.
That's not my problem. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? Huzzah! My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price.
Oh! Heavens, help us. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin.
Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Winterbag.
Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, then? Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer.
I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt.
Fear not.
Sorry?
I've only loaned a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed.
So you're playing Russian roulette at all times. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, Mr. Winterbank.
It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruto, now we can explore at last.
Yay! Let's look around. Is that a gong?
Look at this. Look at this lovely big shiny box bee.
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country.
Oh my, yes. But I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Shall we listen a while?
Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels.
I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played.
My goodness, what a simply delightful machine.
Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. You might have to get one.
Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace.
There's another music box right there. Look, there's the statue of the thinker and a dude with a medallion on him.
What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks and watches, almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items, offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? It means, like, after the due date, after the 2 months, if they don't come back and pay off, you get to sell them right here. When you pawn, or colloquially pop an item, The broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale, at a price of his choosing. Yeah, now that you explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. I'm not getting rid of my clothes. My treasured university uniform? Never. It embodies my student spirit.
Now what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does?
It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope.
A stereos... Fascinating!
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look.
Just before you do, there's something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed, so it's useless. However, if that is beyond you, there's a little consequence today.
Alright then, I'm gonna try it. Ah! It's Naruhodo! You must see at once!
Alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Oh, it's a girl. What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of death is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them.
Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic?
Do you think the girl is trapped in there? Oh, you poor summer child. It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save the lesson for another day.
Oh.
She thinks the people are trapped in there. Okay, what's this?
Look at this. Whatever could it be used for?
I have no idea.
Ah. There's a small catch just here. Look.
We're gonna open it, aren't we?
Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism.
Oh. Okay. Like a microscope. Which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before. Hmm? What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. That's Sholmes. That's one of Sholmes' things, isn't it? That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? Old-fashioned. 15th April. Today's date.
Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Easter-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date.
Perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. Who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage period has passed, without repayments, articles are forfeited, you see? So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job.
What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it. The article's barely worth a penny, miss. I can't afford more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that ain't right. Have you eaten out the proper butchers at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Oh, wait. Oh, it's the girl from, what's the third chapter? Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh, yes. It's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. Yeah, it's her. Double morning to you, ladies. Her name is Jean Legshade, my lord. She's Chensa, and the crust among large loud crowds, relieving people of their passes. What's commonly called a pickpocket. I forgot what voice I gave her. Go on and ban it, you lot. You don't gotta shoot us. Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. What? You remember me then? You remember me then, do ya? What? You remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel. Sorry, coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everybody comment on it? Y'all hating. Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. Huzzah! You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article. Now I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up day. Get out of my business. Go on, or I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiations here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? And you! Go on! Leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. You shan't be offended in the slightest. Pouty face. Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. I wasn't done looking around, though. Look at Mr. Winterbank, watching diligently over his shop. There's still so many things I'm curious about. I don't believe this is a time for browsing, Mr. Naruhodo. You should probably see whether that argument's been resolved yet, I suppose. Hey, Gina. Look at this. Did you ever look at, That's strange. Where's my armband on? What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. You looking for this? Yeah, but how? And when? And how again? Quick fingers. I got a talent for the haven't I? Diving. That's bordering on black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull. So, what do you want to tell me about it then? Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mr. Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You got me. You're not gonna deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? Alright, then I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? The answer is probably yes. Most likely. Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not gonna deny it either, Mr. Lestrade? But not this time, alright? I swear, that thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windibank is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Okay, so something you owned is in his shop. It's Lestrade's disc. Mr. Windibank? What exactly is this metal disc that Mr. Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, see? For use inside a music box. In a music box? Huh. What? You don't even know what a music box is? You're still not ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is, I just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on a metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see? British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customer for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really? I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies, eh? Told me. You did. You said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc worth good money, I know this. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Ah. He ain't going. Illustrated. She's been in before, of course, this little tatterdemalion. Tatterdemalion. Hey Siri. What is a tatterdemalion?
The Tatterdemalion King is also another name for Hastur. Tatterdemalion is a supervillain appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Marvel? You're saying she's a supervillain? I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she bought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually bought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket, so... Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But after you gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windibank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. Oh, the coat? It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree to a price. New article to pawn. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket, and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I had understood?
That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean, so she found a disc in the pockets.
What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes. Exactly, Mama. And she immediately tried to pawn it.
For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think.
Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me.
Doesn't really appear to be your size.
Me old man! It's me old man's, isn't it? Is it, Miss Lestrade?
Yeah, this is definitely all rather suspicious. You stole that, John.
Out of my way, please.
Ooh, what a dapper guy. He got dead eyes, though. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Dapper. Good day to you, ladies. Gentlemen.
What's your problem, eh?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
I'm getting JoJo's vibes from him. It's the eyes. Well, you were an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
Who are you? How'd you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to even remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean from you?
Broker!
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. I believe this filthy pickpocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes.
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. You're a JoJo character. I had the right vibe.
No! You can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's. Or it was. Now it's mine.
Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo.
This is a very awkward situation.
Yeah, I think perhaps we should hear both of the stories in a little more detail. The gentleman's accusation.
Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. It's for me life. I ain't never laid eyes on it. I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? I take it you brought in here just now? No, I swear it. I swear to God.
You're going to hell. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again. Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat.
Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. We're going to cause trouble. I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on. Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. And you think I'm the dodgy one?
You have a history of stealing, so yes.
I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it.
Oh, I have evidence, naturally.
You what?
Evidence. Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman.
Of course. We need only consult Mr. Windibick's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Basically, yes. Brilliant.
I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have, circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question?
There's a code word that y'all use.
Of course. It's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all that, the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt.
A watchword? Interesting. So give it up, Gina. Watchwords. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windibick.
As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret.
You're still here? I thought you were gone. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes, was it?
Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I set the new article. In many ways, it's like a secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword.
And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? So did she say she said the word?
That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid.
And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago, on February 15th February. With a watchword of Professor.
All perfectly correct information, sir.
But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Give it up. And then he just dips off. Of course he does. Alright, JoJo character. What's up with you? Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talks of the place. Hey, yo! The movement! Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. What was that theatrical gesticulation about? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Mm-hmm.
What is gesticulation? That's gesture, not that. What is gesticulation? The act of expressing thoughts or ideas or feelings through physical gestures, often while speaking. Okay. Thank you, Siri. Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yeah. I'm Yonosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, student of law, really.
My name is Susato Mikatoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant.
I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Eggert Benedict. Please do not laugh at my name. Enchanté. You're a JoJo character. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks. But that name is suspicious. Now, to the matter at hand. Oh my god. My overcoat! Return it at once. Someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, can't stand watching him. I hate the way that he walks, the way that he talks. Okay, you look even better now. So,
Let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir.
oh my, I'm not gonna get used to that. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back.
This is why I ate grown-ups. It's because I'm a diver. Everyone thinks that makes me a liar.
In the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker.
But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you.
Just this one?
Pardon, sir?
I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc?
Oh dear. This is a rough day for me. I forgot to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now.
So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you?
Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about that.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
Wait a minute. That disc is mine.
Oh. Ah. What do you think you're doing, you little chump? You've drawn blood. You filthy animal.
Oh my. Yeah, there's blood on the disc.
Whoa. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. Man must have scratched his finger on them. Cut his finger in the glove?
I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Boy, you take it.
Me?
If I hang on to it, they'll have me off again. So you keep all of it.
Miss Lestra...
Why is this so important to her?
The music box disc has been entered in the record record. A metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. The piece of music which remains unidentified is stored on the disc by means of small protrusions. You there, in the black livery.
Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars.
What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Why are you putting me in this situation? Look at Mr. in the back, watching diligently over the shop.
This is not something... calming this fraught situation must be our first priority. And I'm fairly certain that we can find just the great thing we need among the articles here in the shop. Sholmes. Okay, you're back. Solve this. With those piercing eyes, he's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Oh, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers in at me, at the mysterious gentleman. We need to do something. When in doubt, call in the clown. Mr. Sholmes! What are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy bar caramel, I see. Look at him trying to aura farm. Turn around, bro. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruto. It was very simple to find you. You were just sitting there. Sorry? That young pickpocket sent me on my way. I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Huzzah! Pray! You claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruto. How could you? I was so lonely. So desperately lonely. Why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things are going from bad to worse here, you know? Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every last word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes. I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences were correct. Oh? Sure you're not about to tell us that you solved the entire case once again? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, will my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn for it? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. And who knows if it will help resolve the situation between the Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction. Let's hear the clown's words. Let's hear them out. Well, Miss Lestrade, here you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Oh, now you're just shitting on him. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon? The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this brokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. Get it? It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes. As I'd hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin?
The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes. Logic and reasoning spectacular. Dim the lights, please. The game is afoot. Mystery man. Just aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you have ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something different. What is that in your hand? As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. Huh? The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant will soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there's some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years! The contradiction of which to speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. There was initials on that. The end of any walking cane will be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to your next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this wad you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. Is he mad? But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. Is the broken handle of a shovel. We're bringing back the shovel again? What? What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Huzzah! The tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Huh? Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For what we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have been planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this brokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you suppose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there's ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us continue. Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the console notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage works, beneath the shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, we gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great faults of the financial institution opposition. What are you... In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank heist robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Is anybody listening to him? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. Postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank, on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating. It is a theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserves for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. You just told everybody in this room secret information. You really are stupid, bro. You really are stupid. This self-proclaimed great detective. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. I would have just walked out the room listening to this. I would have just walked out the room. You are so stupid, bro. Mr. Sholmes. Hold your applause. Well, Mr. Naruto. An impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness. Would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. And if it's such a big secret, how will Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be one explanation for that. Clearly, it's because the man is a criminal. That's how he knows. Haha. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you reveal the secret. Why am I a fan of you? Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Wonderbag will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. On my life! I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost care. I taught you guys a lesson, right? One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets will disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruto. An excellent idea. Well then, Mr. Naruto, you know what you do, I'm sure. Correct them, please. Yeah, let's listen to that great deduction again. And see if we can massage it into great shape. Oh my gosh, he's so stupid. But hold on, before we do that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Mm. Alright, cleared all that out. Let's correct the clown. Let's correct him. Snap myself over a little bit. Okay. Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular team. Alright, part one. Ask ourselves what business. Yeah, that's most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. What brought you to this shop in the first place was a staff recruitment flyer. That is not it. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Was that me? Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Oh, what's that? What's that, huh? You got a message. That's a proper English gentleman's cane, isn't it? Look at the beautifully polished brass on the handle. Yes, but Mrs. Chalmers is right. It's not the sort of handle you usually see on a cane. It can be. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. Perhaps you could adopt a cane, Mr. Naruhodo? It might rather suit you. I have a feeling I might argue with the sword around my waist. Yeah, that's two conflicting things right there. The sword is already good enough. His stylish hat. That silk top hat is whiter than white. Only an English gentleman could hope to carry off something so bright. But it looks so incongruous with the black overcoat, don't you think? It does mismatch a little bit now. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. How about it, Mr. Naruhodo? I think he'd look very fetching with a white top hat. Nah. With the uniform, no. But, you know, I think it might look rather incongruous with my black university uniform, so... What does it actually say on the flyer? It certainly is a flyer for Mr. Winterbank's shop. Let's see. Winterbank wants you. Pawnbroker's assistant required. It's an eye-catching advertisement, that's for sure. I've seen the same flyer here inside the shop, I think. Perhaps Mr. Winterbank is always in need of more staff. So Mr. Benedict came here to apply for a job? That's just too hard to believe. Okay, now what is this? Oh, we can actually see the camera now. With the both of them. both cameras. Scribbled writing. Oh, look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness! There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop has been written down here too. Windermix Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Take that! You got info from someone. You were tipped off. What brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear. Don't butt in. Don't butt in. You did not think that. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertains to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Winderbank's pawnbrokery here. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean, here to Winderbank's Bakery, Pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline is of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there's some ulterior motive for your actions. Alright, here we go again. We're back at it. Contradiction. I've had this cane for years. Completely wrong. What's a ferrule?
It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruto.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement.
Yes, exactly. Mrs. Sholmes is right.
Oh, that's what that's called. Interesting.
It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. It's the initials that you somehow didn't notice, Sholmes. The end of this cane is just bare wood.
Yes, and according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, this is where the shovel blade would have been attached.
Can it just be that the tip fell off?
I'm sorry, Mr. Lau, but I couldn't possibly speculate.
Initially.
Look here,
Look here, Sue. There's some letters on the handle.
Ah, yes. Those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their name.
So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean?
That's right. And the initials on his cane is obviously... Oh.
AJ? AG?
Why does it feel as though that's not quite right?
Whose cane is this, Mr. Benedict? The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, when you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict. We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed. Would you not agree? No! You're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you'd had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Are you a fraud? Ooh. Something ripped. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Aye. Okay, we're back at it. Nope. Get back at it. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Mr. Strayed redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious gentleman has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Mr. Strayed from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Oh, look at that little tear there, huh? Split seams. Seems like this is a little too tight on you, is it? Oh, the seams on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. What? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. But what if it is Gina's? Why would we want to rip it open?
Take that!
Take that! Okay. The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, was the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. Huzzah! My suspicions were aroused from the outset. Shut up. When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalog of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windibank. You're dramatic as to make it rip even more. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Tips gone with a redeemed item. Yeah, so shut this whole thing down, Sholmes. Whatever this is. This was just stupid of you. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed to a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner, using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? Ne sais pas. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let's consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the console notice on the counter. Yeah, that's wrong. Probably written somewhere else.
The direction of the ducks must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windibank would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windibank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword somehow? What is around here that we can... Kitty cat picture, the notebook. Look at this, Mr. Sato.
Appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled to himself.
Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Well, it's pretty obvious here. Mr. Windibank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And in an alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see?
Take that! Well, here we go. Could have just peeked at it. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. Did you just forget that? He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger, confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside, and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword as his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on a notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lucrative scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this broker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat, hardly seemed to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see... Yeah, no. Stop right there. The article we're talking about are the overcoat and the music boxes that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windibank, isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps, we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruto. Could we? Really? I better have a thorough look through all the evidence we collected so far.
Ah, there's a little note on here, huh?
Or McGill did the dead man?
Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck on the reverse side of the disc, look. And a scribbled word or two. Looks like somebody's name. Or McGill did. McGilded? Couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shan't forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Music box disc information has been updated. Take that! Gotcha. You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that? On the back? It reads, from McGilded. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, it's his coat, maybe. He was precisely the right size for that overcoat you squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. The final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. No! Got his ass. Thanks for your not help, Sholmes. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Miss Usato. Well, according to what Mr. Winterbeck told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? It was related. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is April 15th, so 2 months ago today. Would have been the 15th February, sir, that's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. 10:30? But that suggests... Yes, 15th February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Interesting. You are of course at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Whoa! I must insist you hand over the music box disc. Now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Cut the bullet. Cut the bullet with the sword. It's like, nah. Shit. We gotta hand it over. You could shoot me at any moment. I hate to give in, but whatever choice do I really have here? Ooh. Oh, he pulled out his strap too. Mr. Winterbank. This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. No, aim the gun at him. Stop aiming it at yourself. You Mr. Winterbank, no. Alright, that's enough. Alright, that's enough. Inspector Gregson. Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of the dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be! You're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment.
It would seem you have the upper hand. Good shit. Right. You lot got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
Petty? Mr. Wonderbag very nearly met with his end.
Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell.
Oh dear.
And the whole of Britain could meet with his end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detour, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. You're complying. Oh! Ah! He's getting away! Never mind, he wasn't compliant, he was... Get after him, lads. Whistle the beat officer, too. Sir! He snuck away. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers and let us know when there's trouble.
Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed.
Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking whatever it is of Mr. McGilded's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Yeah, of course.
No, don't give it to him. It's mine. It's mine.
I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to Mr. Gilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson. And were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued. This is related to that case, so seems like we might be getting not a retrial or anything like that, but additional context. All right, let's get out of here. Looks like we got a lot of explaining to do for this one. The guild is being brought up again, interesting. And this guy wanted the disc. Well, that's enough Ace Attorney for now. Alright. I'm gonna end it for now because I'm hungry. My stomach is growling and I need food. But I will be back. I will be back. And I gotta rest my voice as well. Gotta rest it. So thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate it. Nice little Ace Attorneys. We back. But I'll be back later tonight. Probably in like, I'm not done, so like maybe in like 2 hours or so. Bye-bye.